Ladies and gentlemen, we have to spin the block on none other than your favorite unhealed woman here, none other than Brittany Renner. Now, Brittany Renner has made a name for herself over the years. We've seen various iterations and versions of Brittany Renner. Of course, first there was the Brittany Renner before she got pregnant, when she was telling people that, you can just get a ball player pregnant because they're dumb.
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just an athlete. They're really dumb.
Then we have the baby mama Brittany Renner when she gets pregnant by PJ Washington and attempts a long-term relationship. And of course, that fizzled out. And then we have the podcast Brittany Renner when she's going on her podcast run. She went on Danza Project where she crashed out. She was on Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels, and she was doing a whole podcast run and all those kind of things, right? Telling her story. And then we get the second iteration of the podcast Brittany Renner when she tries to reinvent herself with a podcast on Patreon. And well, that fizzled out because who wants to hear her rant about her relationship failures, right? And then after that, we have the religious Brittany Renner, the Muslim Brittany Renner, right? Where she's wearing her hijab, she scrubbed her social media, she's talking about the Islam religion, how it's changed her and all those kind of things. Then she gets picked by Kevin Gates to be one of his wives because he was already married, right? And they're walking around going to games, and she's talking about how, he's this great guy and all those kind of things. And secretly, they got a Muslim marriage for like 60 days. Remember that? She said on the BET, and that fills it out real quick, right?
Stupid.
And that was a farce, of course. And then after that, we have the Brittany Renner that found a good guy. Remember the one guy you think he was a movie director or something like that, and he was walking around talking about how he wanted to be a stepfather and all those kind of things. That fills it out pretty quick, didn't it? And now we have the new version of Brittany Renner where she's sharing her experiences with everyone, as you can see here from X, Brittany Renner's official page. This next phase is called Making My Experiences Useful. What didn't make the list? Where's my sound effect? It's a failure. Now, I don't know how old Brittany Renner is at this time, but she has a young son, of course, and she's had multiple failed relationships. She still has it out for PJ Washington. You saw that back and forth. They were trying to do a custody exchange. Brittany Renner has had a string of public online failures of relationships. And now the wall, of course, is coming, but that's old red pill talking point. But you see that she's running out of options. You see what I'm saying? She's running out of options. Everything she's trying is fail because, well, she's Brittany Renner. We all know how her attitude is and how her behavior is. So we're going to get into this. Of course, before I do, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button right now. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to further contribute to the channel. Hit that join button to become a member of the Working Man Union. Hype this video up. That would help me out in the algorithm, and it would be greatly, greatly appreciated as always. And don't forget to hit that Cash App, $, Mr. Normie. Let's listen to what Brittany Renner has to say that probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but she's going to say it anyway because she's loud and proud. Take it away, Brittany.
My name is Brittany Renner, and I'm your fairy godmother. 5 signs he's probably cheating on you. Number 1, he watches porn. It's a gateway. It literally hijacks the brain's reward system. It doesn't require patience, vulnerability, or connection. And over time, the brain can prefer that shortcut.
I wonder how good Brittany Renner is in the bed. Which one of her boyfriends did she catch, going into their freaking spank bag in the bathroom or had their freaking cell phone out mounted also carefully to, the wall or, the back of the commode or something right there on that shower. And he was, giving himself a good, nice tug. And she walked in on him. He was probably like, well, watching this video is better than being in bed with you, right? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
You never win when you cheat yourself, but what do I know? Number 2,
Lies.
He throws off your pH balance. Yummy discharge in my leggings, thanks to you.
Now, Brittany Renner does wear a lot of leggings. I wonder who was the guy that gave her that special treat down there. I mean, I wonder who was that. I bet that was fun, not in a good way. I mean, probably some different colors she hasn't seen before, but I mean, yeah.
Oh my God, our bodies are so intelligent and are constantly trying to signal to us when something is terribly, terribly wrong. And let me tell you something. Your vagina wants what's best for you. That guy doesn't care. Number 3.
Okay.
I'm trying not to get triggered doing this list. Number 3, put downs. You would think someone that you signed up to be in a relationship with would want to bring the best out of you. But the thing is oftentimes they know that you deserve better than them. They're angry. They'd rather be doing other things with other people, other places. And it's like they don't really have the courage to leave you. So they're going to like put you down to also kind of like stay with them. It's really odd.
You know, I wonder how many guys she was with was, negging her or putting her down. You know what? Your list would be great on something else instead of talking so damn much. You know what I mean? I bet it was like, I bet your hair would look better tied behind your back if I was holding it. I wonder how many times it was like, all that freaking, yelling you be doing. I wish I could make you yell like that. You know what I mean? I don't. Yeah, I mean, your behavior, and you really slick out the mouth too. So I'm pretty sure, you probably got some bad, comments from one of your many failures.
But yeah, you're not going to leave if your self-esteem is in the dirt. But if you respected yourself, you would. Number 4, he never wants to be at home. Yeah, I'm sure that's super convenient. I'm Fiona locked away in the tower and you're outside acting like a smelly ogre, avoiding all accountability and actual real life day-to-day responsibilities.
I mean, who would want to be locked up with Brittany Renner for 24 goddamn hours?
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Y'all see how Brittany Renner has talked, how her behavior is. If her outside online persona is any indication of how she acts behind closed doors, who would want to be with this woman at, more than, longer is enough for me to relieve myself of my, essence. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys that probably see, hey, I'm going to give me go give me some chocolate milk. I'm going to go give me a pack of Newports, you know what I mean? And and she got that text message like, hey, baby, I'm sorry. Luckily I didn't have nothing over there, so I didn't have to worry about coming back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Bob, this is Richie. I'll never come home. You know what? Have a nice life. You know what I mean?
Ninjas.
Yeah. Okay, what's the last one?
And last but certainly not least, number 5, you feel the urge to go through his phone. I'm here to
Gentlemen, this woman probably always has that urge.
Enemy spotted.
And you know why? Because, she's probably just a nosy bitch.
Enemy spotted.
She probably has gone through all her man's phone and she found something that she wasn't ready for. Because you know what? Again, your personality, your attitude, your behavior is probably so toxic. You don't realize it. You probably think everybody else is toxic. But I'm here to tell you, Brittany, again, if you're outside online persona is any indication of how you are in, behind closed doors, in person, when there's nobody watching. Yeah, they probably didn't get rid of their hoes.
Target acquired.
They probably didn't get rid of their hoes.
Enemy spotted.
I mean, and Brittany, if I was with you, I wouldn't either.
tell you.
Because you're cute, but yeah, you just an accident waiting to happen.
Crazy is just being right too early. You're welcome.
Well, I did a lot of pausing, y'all, but I had to because, let me run it back one more time so y'all can hear it without my interruption.
My name is Brittany Renner, and I'm your fairy godmother. 5 signs he's probably cheating on you. Number 1, he watches porn. It's a gateway. It literally hijacks the brain's reward system. It doesn't require patience, vulnerability, or connection. And over time, the brain can prefer that shortcut. You never win when you cheat yourself, but what do I know? Number 2, he throws off your pH balance. Discharge in my leggings, thanks to you. Oh my God, our bodies are so intelligent and are constantly trying to signal to us when something is terribly, terribly wrong. And let me tell you something. Your vagina wants what's best for you. That guy doesn't care. Number 3, I'm trying not to get triggered doing this list. Number 3, put downs. You would think someone that you signed up to be in a relationship with would want to bring the best out of you. But the thing is oftentimes they know that you deserve better than them.
Nope.
And they're angry. They'd rather be doing other things with other people, other places. And it's like they don't really have the courage to leave you. So they're gonna like put you down to also kind of like stay with them. It's really odd. But yeah, you're not gonna leave if your self-esteem is in the dirt. But if you respected yourself, you would. Number 4, he never wants to be at home.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure that's super convenient. I'm Fiona locked away in the tower and you're outside acting like a smelly ogre, avoiding all accountability and actual real life day-to-day responsibilities. And last but certainly not least, number 5, you feel the urge to go through his phone. I'm here to tell you that being crazy is just being right too early. You're welcome.
Brittany Renner sounds like she's been listening to too much Cheyenne Bryant, man. Now she's got all these, smart, tips for all you women out there and what to watch out for. Well, I mean, the only thing left for Brittany Renner at this point is either another stepdad that's actually going to put a ring on her finger or Christianity. We see which one comes first. And with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. Let me know what you think about this toxic woman who is, once again, for like the umpteenth time, trying to reinvent herself and stay relevant in social media. Because, I mean, she's still a nice-looking woman, but I don't know. She got another 5 or 10 years on her, man. It's actually probably another 5. It's going to start wearing off. But anyway, I don't know. But y'all let me know what you think about all this rambling down in the comment section. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and that notification bell on your way out of the door. And Brittany, if you ever watch this, baby, reality checks are free. See you next time.